In 2014, one of the largest retail breaches in history exposed 56 million credit cards. The Home Depot hack wasn't just a simple phishing attack. It was a masterclass in lateral movement and RAM scraping malware. It started not at headquarters, but with a third-party vendor's stolen credentials. Attackers used these credentials to enter the network through a Citrix remote access environment. Once inside the perimeter, they didn't stop. They exploited a Windows vulnerability to elevate privileges. This allowed them to pivot from low-security areas directly into the corporate network. Their ultimate target? The 7,500 self-checkout lanes across the US and Canada. They deployed a custom malware known as Black POS. But how did it steal encrypted data? It used a technique called RAM scraping. When you swipe a card, the data is briefly unencrypted in the system's memory for processing. The malware monitored the RAM, waiting for that millisecond of plaintext data, and captured it instantly. This brings us to the critical failure: network segmentation, or rather, the lack of it. The corporate network and the payment environment were not sufficiently isolated from each other. Because the network was relatively flat, once the attackers were in, there were few internal checkpoints to stop the spread to the POS systems. The malware was also designed to be stealthy, renaming itself to look like standard Windows services to evade antivirus. It operated during business hours, collecting data, and then exfiltrated it in batches to avoid triggering traffic alarms. The attack went unnoticed for 5 months. The result was $200 million in settlements and massive reputational damage. So, how do we prevent this today? The gold standard is point-to-point encryption, or P2PE. With P2PE, card data is encrypted the moment it touches the reader. Even if malware scrapes the RAM, it only gets useless, scrambled code. We also use tokenization. This replaces sensitive card numbers with random tokens that are completely useless to hackers if stolen. The shift to YEMV chip cards has also made cloning stolen data significantly harder than the old magnetic stripe method. And we must secure the entry points. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, is critical for any third-party vendor access. On the devices themselves, we need strong endpoint detection. Modern tools look for suspicious behavior, not just known virus signatures. Finally, true network segmentation. Payment systems should live in a digital fortress, completely separate from corporate email or vendor portals. Security isn't just about building a high wall around the castle. It's about locking every door inside it too. The Home Depot breach was a wake-up call. By layering these defenses, we ensure that one open door doesn't lead to the crown jewels. Stay secure, and thanks for watching.